Hey everyone, welcome to another review. Here's my review for the movie Rings. Yes, I finally got to see this movie. Yes, this review's a little late, but I finally got to see the movie Rings, unfortunately. And yeah, here's my review. This movie stars Matilda Anna Ingrid Lutz, long name, and Johnny Galecki and Vincent D'Onofrio. And this movie is directed by Javier Gutierrez, a director that I'm not very familiar with, but after this movie, I probably never will be familiar with this guy. And yes, this is the third installment of the American Ring franchise. Yes, I'm a pretty decent fan of the Ring franchise. I really enjoyed the Japanese movie Ringu. That's a really good independent Japanese horror film, which I did like. It's a good atmospheric film. It's not a perfect film, but it's a damn good one. And they made an American remake in the early 2000s starring Naomi Watts. And to be honest, I actually like that better than Ringu. I thought it was actually a very creepy, unsettling horror movie. Unfortunately, they almost ruined it with The Ring 2, which was a god-awful horror movie sequel. And I was glad that they never made any more of these Ring movies, because The Ring 2 just sucked so hard. But now, years later, now in 2017, in a movie that's been postponed like 3 times, we finally get Rings. This movie isn't very good. Yes, this movie brings in new characters about this girl and stuff, and she does find the video, and this video, of course, is going viral, and of course, when you watch the video, you die in 7 days and stuff, but they upgraded it now and stuff, and it's all on the internet and everything. However, this girl finds a new twist with the video. She finds that there's a movie within the movie, and she wants to unlock the mystery of this movie and what really happened and stuff. And she also wants to save all the people who watched the video and stuff. They're all gonna die in 7 days. This movie actually is less of a horror movie and more of like a suspenseful thriller with some mystery in it. The movie is like a Ring movie, but also has a little bit of Don't Breathe in it. Yeah, when you watch the movie, you'll understand that. And this movie is like 2 hours long. That's the first major issue I had with this movie. It's too goddamn long. Like, when you're gonna have a 2-hour horror movie, you gotta have an interesting story. Like, The Conjuring 2 was long, but it was interesting. It was about Amityville, and it's about the Warrens and this family. And also, like, The Exorcist. That's a long movie, but there's reason why it's long. When you're having a movie like this really silly sequel movie, make it 90 minutes. Like, you don't need a 2-hour length. Especially that these characters aren't interesting, this movie isn't scary, and it's not a well-made movie. However, the movie Rings is not a god-awful piece of shit. It's a bad movie. Trust me, this movie is not good. I cannot possibly recommend it. I don't think you should blow your money to go see it, especially now that the Lego Batman movie and John Wick 2 is coming out. Or if you want to see a horror movie, just go see Split. This movie is definitely not worth your time and money. If you so desperately want to watch this movie, wait for it to come out on video and rent it, or watch it on Netflix if it comes on Netflix, but don't actually pay money to see this movie. It's not that good. This movie isn't a good movie. But it's not a god-awful piece of shit. It's no Bye Bye Man or Underworld Blood Wars. It's just kind of a dull, suspenseful thriller horror movie. There is some competent filmmaking in the movie. Like, I can tell this director was trying. Again, a lot of the issues are with its writing, the story isn't interesting, these characters aren't interesting, and the idea isn't very interesting, so the writing had the biggest issue with the film. However, the performances, the lead girl, she's actually not that bad in the movie. She isn't great, but she's fine, and Johnny Galecki's in the movie. Yes, Leonard Hofstadter. I haven't seen him play in a horror movie since I Know What You Did Last Summer, which was awful. And this movie's just as awful, but he's a bad movie. He's not in it very much, but he's in it, and he's fine. And Vincent D'Onofrio, he's even fine. So the performances in this movie aren't that bad, actually. It's just kind of the writing, the story, and it's overlong story. Like, it's so long, it's so dull, and it's just kind of pointless at times. And I had, like, zero investment in this movie. I'm just like, oh my god, is this movie over yet? Jesus. However, again, like, there are some creepy things in the movie. There is some atmosphere, there is some tension. And again, the performances aren't all that bad. It's just not a well-written movie. It's not a well-laid-out movie. It's not a well-executed movie. it's just kind of there. It's just kind of a forgettable horror movie that I will not remember in like 6 months from now. Again, it's not god awful, but it's just not a good movie, and I don't see the reason why this movie was made. I appreciate that it wasn't just this silly graphic horror movie or this silly stupid horror movie like the Bye Bye Man. It's actually more of a suspenseful mystery, but the mystery is completely obvious. You actually know exactly how this movie's gonna end the moment it begins. So yeah, this movie just is pointless. It's pointless, and they never should have made another sequel to the Ring franchise. It's just not a good movie. There's some good stuff in it, but all in all, it's not a good movie. It's just not a good movie, and please just do not see this one. Just don't see it. Skip this one. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give the movie Rings a 4.8 out of 10. So yeah, it's just a forgettable mess of a movie, and yeah, just go see something else. If you want to go see a horror movie, go see Split. So yeah, that was my review for the movie Rings. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your favorite Ring movie? I have the Japanese films and the American films. What is your favorite? I love Ringu. Ringu is a good movie, but The Ring is actually my favorite. But what is your favorite out of these movies? Comment below. Let me know. And as always for this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.